Alright lads, so I am currently a day late to this, but we finally do have 5 more stages in the Gates of Oblivion Senkaimon Tower. In this case, stage 141 all the way to 145. Now in this case, upon completing stage 145, we do get an extra copy of Chad, but we also do most importantly get 25 more free orbs. Alongside that, since the 8th anniversary Senkaimon Tower did return, we also have more orbs to get here, 50 to be exact from the extra stages, 6 to 10. And then there's also an additional event order for completing certain stages in under a time limit, which gives an additional 25 orbs. So this month alone, the stars have aligned and we have gained an additional 100 spirit orbs, which is perfectly timed because the 9th anniversary is only 2 weeks away. Now in this case, I have been hearing talks of a potential stage hinting at an upcoming anniversary character, or at least one character to be released during the anniversary, and I guess we'll talk about that when we do get to that particular stage. First and foremost, though, we do have stage 141, Sternritter Affiliation Damage ×3. We want to bring a speed character, and we are going up against Quincy Sternritters. In this case, this stage is obviously designed for the newest swimsuit Candice, a character that I do not own. So what character can we bring instead? Are there any speed Sternritters that are actually worth talking about? I guess Bazby comes to mind, and also Bambietta to a certain extent. I'm not going to bring them though. Instead, what we're going to do is bring a Quincy killer, and in that case, we are bringing Aaroniero. Like I said, whenever I can bring him, I'm going to be putting him on the team. Now, he isn't getting the bigger damage buff, that being a Sternritter buff, but he is at the very least getting additional damage for having Quincy Killer, and we actually can imply lacerate, so hopefully we can stop the enemies from using their soul bombs against us, right? If they are going to use it. I'm not sure which character does and doesn't use the soul bomb. What is that? Looks like there are traps here that we can need to destroy. SA1. We have given the character long stride. Hopefully pick the stars up in here. We did. Let's go. SA3. Maybe I should have used my SA1. Never mind. Askin doesn't use a sub bomb. We were panicking for no reason. I believe in this case, characters that have instant kill in their sub bomb do not use their sub bomb upon getting half HP. And there's a weak... Ah, man, these traps are toxic. Now, we've lost all our full stamina. But you know what? We're going to rely on the last rate to help us out here. Got a hit there. No worries. No worries. We can still work with this. There we go. We at this point are now one shot, but we do have our soul bomb. We do have our soul bomb. The worst part about Aaroniero right now is that we do not have Debilitator. So that never mind. Attempt number 2, I guess. I got completely caught off guard with those traps there. They came out quick and they came from afar. So let's use our SA2. Let's keep it down here. Unfortunately, I got stuck in the wall. Damn. Attempt number 3, I guess. Let's try that once more. And hopefully this time, don't make the same mistake as we did last time. The main thing is just to basically avoid these weakening traps. Or statues more so. We don't have to worry about Asking using his summon. He has instant kill, so no worries right there. Bambietta summon, I think, is quite easy to dodge. So we shouldn't also have a worry against her. And then let's finish up with a Nat String. There we go. Likely, I will use my SA3 going into the summon. Let's use our SA3 there, though. Just use my SA1 just to get rid of those traps. You don't want to really risk with that. And, oh, there we go. Like I was saying, easily dodgeable. SA3, and then finish up with the SA2. No, never mind. There we go. So going into Lige stage, we are at full HP. Let's just destroy these traps so they don't become a problem later on. SA1, and then can we dodge that? We didn't fully dodge it, but at the very least, we did survive it. Soul bomb goes off, and somehow the traps didn't get destroyed. And then, oh, damn, okay. Yo! Of course, the 2 traps I leave open actually become a problem. There we go, finally. That took way longer than it should have, I'm not gonna lie. 1 minute and 9 seconds too. Not really the best run, but again, there is no like clear time for Gates of Oblivion, so I don't really care too much. But if there ever is a clear time, we are gonna have to do a multiple hour stream going back to every stage and beating it as fast as possible. But I doubt that will ever happen. So onwards to stage 142. In this case, Mind Attribute Damage ×2, Sternritter Affiliation Damage ×3, and we are going against Quincy's. That stage, of course, is designed for the newly released Mania. I have her, but again, I don't really want to use her. And I'm noting a lot of Sternritter Affiliation ones here, right? It makes sense. We just had 3 new Sternritters. These might be issues for now if you don't have the new characters or have any Sternritters, but these are one-time stages. You aren't missing out on rewards if you can't beat it now. You can always come back and beat it later on. And, you know, we're only getting into the start of 1,000 Year Bundle. There will eventually be more stun races to get. Most likely for this upcoming anniversary. In this case, though, not to bring Mania, I want to bring Esnot. I like this character. We were talking about him yesterday in our stream. I think he's still really, really good for a mid-month character. And still to this day, almost a year later, we have not gotten a mid-month character to the same level of this Esnot in terms of damage output. Frenzy 2, 80% SP boost. That's still what end-of-month characters are getting nowadays. Obviously, some are getting significantly more, but it was quite respectable that he was given Frenzy 2 and an 80% SP boost, and also more damage to enemies that are slowed. I mean, the thing that held him back was his strong attack hit, which it isn't even that bad, but, you know, it's not ideal, but he's good enough for a mid-month. And visually, I will never not glaze this character. Man, what a beautiful character in-game. Super, super looking forward to his Volstaning, which might come out this end of month. Who actually knows, right? It's not guaranteed to happen, but if Ruki is part of the anniversary somehow, I would expect Esnot to follow suit, even if it is in part 2. In that case, stage 142 cleared in just 20 seconds. Next up, 143. This is a Technique Affiliation Next up is 143, Technique damage times 5, stun rate only, and we are going against a Ronka, so this again is specifically designed in mind for the newly released Bambietta. In this case, you could actually just use the old Bambietta. You can also use Arskin on this stage, but I already have him sealed on stage 15. So if I wanted to get him, I could actually unseal him. But truth be told, even those that aren't getting a damage buff here, it's probably good enough to be used. Like, Killgate is good enough here. You could probably even use Basby too. I'm going to use Bambietta though. Might as well. Just to overall have an easier time against this quest as to not spend 2 minutes on it. But if your character box is lacking stun rates, again, these stages might be a bit annoying, but you can skip them. You can skip them, and you can always come back to them later on when you can beat them, when you have a character that can beat it. But yeah, kind of funny how we did get 2 Bambiettas that were technically both designed for Guild Quest, but both Technique characters, which is kind of funny. Not right, though. Again, we did say that in our prediction video. Oh, we got frozen. Okay, that's great. Bambietta as a character, though, does lose a lot of damage upon taking it here, so hopefully it doesn't cost us a run hit, but let's use our sub one. Yeah, no worries there. Bambietta's Soulbomb is an absolute nuke. Still absolutely hilarious that the Soulbomb itself censored the Soipers getting attacked and then just turned them into rocks. Which, you could say is a form of censoring, but at the same time, that's just also BBS's style. They never show the opponent getting attacked in Soul Bombs. It's always just the characters doing attack. So it made sense why you don't see Soipers getting attacked in the actual Soul Bomb itself. But it's kind of funny how they actually did do that. Now, Bambietta is sealed, so we can't use her anymore unless we go back to the stage and clear it with another character. But I don't think we have to worry all too much. So this is a stage right here that definitely does spike interest on why these are the particular rules. Shout out to Jode over on Reddit. He did actually inform me on my live stream that this stage in particular isn't designed for any character that is currently existing in this game. We just saw that the last 3 stages were designed for the newly released end-of-month Swimsuit Bambis. And I know in the next stage, stage 145, it is designed for the new 9th anniversary renewed Ichigo. This stage wants us to bring an Aranka Killer, a Soul Reaper, and they want to be a heart character. And in this case, it is melee resistant, so we can know they're specifying specifically a ranged character. And if we actually have a look at our album, Heart Only, Aranka Killer, Ranged Only, and be a Soul Reaper affiliation, look at the options here. There are basically none. I highly doubt Killer specifically designed this stage in mind for Arena Momo or Arena Byakuya. It has been a very long time since we've had that combination. Soul Reaper, a Aranka Killer, ranged heart character. That has not happened in years. So is this a sign, a hint, a tease on the upcoming 9th anniversary? Either part 1 or part 2. But maybe part 1, who actually knows? Because part 1 will be out, will be released while this Senkaimon is still available. It might make sense for it to be end of month 2 because they could be the upcoming Limit Breaker character. You know, if we remove the Soul Reaper affiliation and just look at ranged heart Arankas, you'll see here that there are basically none. If we kind of the same situation that we are currently in right now, where Caleb wants to bring a heart melee Aranka Killer, and you'll notice that there's no one good to use, so when they kind of force us to use Bambietta or a Technique character, we're very lacking on options here. Now, we do have plenty of good melee of Ranky killers, like Kyogre and Ichigo exist, for example. So if they do make the upcoming Liberator quest a range damage buff and also killer buff, and force it to bring a heart character, it's not going to be too bad because you could still just probably bring Kyogre. But in terms of getting the best possible play time, a heart of Rank killer that is ranged basically does not exist, because the last character is seen, and the less said about him, the better. So does stage 144 hint at the upcoming anniversary attribute killer combination? Who actually knows? Only time will tell, and we'll find out potentially in less than 2 weeks' time. In this case, though, having said that, we're just going to bring probably Ichigo. In this case, right, he's a rank healer, and he does have Marauder, so we can actually use him. And truth be told, maybe that stage was designed for Ichigo, right? Maybe they said, okay, we're going to make this stage for him, but we're going to make it extra toxic because it is melee resistance. He's a melee character, but he does have Marauder, so he goes through the melee resistance. In my case, though, he's actually 2-5, so should we one-shot? Yeah, we're going to one-shot, right? A lot of damage from this Ichigo here. And we are getting all the damage buffs, so it's expected. SA1, there we go, nice and easy. And then that means finishing up Aaroniero, who I'd love to get a remake, with the Soul Bomb. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. And in this case, stage 144 done in 6 seconds. But again, definitely keep an eye out on those stage rules, because it might be briefly hinting at what we might be getting for the 9th anniversary. Now, for stage 145, this is an Ichigo only stage, power damage times 2 and killer effect times 5, and we are up against Hollows. This seems quite easy. Of course, it is designed for the newly released, renewed 9th anniversary Mugetsu, but we also have plenty of other power Ichigos that we actually can use here. Now, personally, I did actually intend to use the 5th Annie Ichigo here, because he is actually getting his resurrection later this month, right? Should be on the 28th, 27th of July. Unfortunately, he's sealed. Is this a seal stage? It is, right. In this case, again, as to not use Mugetsu, but in this case, I'm going to use Mugetsu. I don't care. I was going to use 8th anniversary Ichigo, but right now, again, this Mugetsu has been my favorite character released this year. He's such a cool character. Such a cool character. And the fact that I was guaranteed him in 10 steps just made it better, right? Because I probably would have not pulled for him. Maybe I would have done a few steps for this character. But again, if you saw my luck, you could see it did not go well. I did 10 steps and got 2 5-stars. And it won't Mugetsu. With the anniversary coming up, and you know, knowing that we had Swimsuit Bambi's also data mined, I was going to be very, very limited on what I spent my orbs on. And chances were I was probably going to skip this banner if he wasn't guaranteed in just 10 steps. Soul Bomb, though, I will say is really good. I definitely do think 4th anniversary has a better Soul Bomb, but one's an anniversary character, one's a remake. I expect 4th Annie to have a better Soul Bomb, to be fair, but I still do really like Mugetsu, and I do think the animation for that was actually really good. Unfortunately, he is now sealed, so I can't actually use him anymore until I go back and clear stage again, which I might have to do in the future if we ever do need to use Mugetsu, because if I get an opportunity to use him, I'm definitely going to use him. With that in mind, though, that's stage 145 cleared. With that, of course, we do get a new choose a 6-star ticket, which does give us a Senkaimon chat, and again, we also did get 25 also that, so if we go over to our summon screen, we now should be able to get 2 Senkaimon chats to 5-5, I believe, because we also did get the 8th anniversary tower ticket, which also can give us a copy of chat here. I'm going to save it for the 9th anniversary characters and see who I like. If I really like the character, I'm then going to 5-5 a chat in that particular attribute to make that 9th anniversary character even better. With that in mind, though, we have some summon tickets to use here. Let's go ahead and use our Iceberg Perseverance ticket. Don't think I can really get a good character here, to be fair. We'll see how it goes, though. Maybe we can get something cool here. That is an OQ, and I believe I might have gotten that last time, which is kind of funny, right? Nothing super crazy. I believe I already have the character 5-5. Let's scroll down. We do have 2 point event tickets, which we might as well use him. One would say save it for the anniversary, but remember, these point event tickets do not update. They only pull from the premium pool that was available at the time of that ticket releasing. So this can actually give us a good character. In this case, not so much. We got OG, not OG Baragon, but base Baragon, who might be 5-5 now, so that might not be the worst duplicate, but ideally from this ticket, I would love to get Mugetsu. A duplicate would be great, or any of the new characters that came out, you know, in the last, like, 5 months. There's quite a few that I do actually want here, so any of those would be nice. Any new character, though, would be obviously very, very welcomed. In this case, for our next ticket, we're getting a Soifon. Which one's that? It's the speed one. That, I think, would have been new, but I believe I pulled her recently. It's a somewhat new character, though. Late 2022. Can't really complain about. Late 2023, actually. Can't really complain about that. But as always, we actually do head... But as always, and again, I should be saving these, but for the sake of the video, let's go ahead and use 54 to 5-star summon tickets. These can get 950 characters, so we should be saving them. But we are getting a 5-star. That's good to see. 5-star... Oh, wait, what fake out, though? Aizen fake out. That's what I'm talking about. So we have 3 5-stars to get here. Can they be something good or new? First up, we're starting off with Rose. Not what you want to see. Not what you want to see. Second character. That is that the power one? Hopefully it is, because that's a good dupe. Technique one. Oh, no, that is the power one, actually. That's not too bad. I already have him, but it's a good dupe. And then this is Kensei or Ishin. It's an Ishin. Can we get a 4th? No, we can't. That's unfortunate. But I would probably gladly take the Tsukishima dupe, truth be told. Let me just quickly double check what he's at. Currently 2 5-star duplicate isn't doing much, but it is closer to getting him Max Transcendence. And Barragan's only 5-5, but I guess I can reroll this slot and get a better roll, hopefully SP. But honestly, it doesn't really matter too much. I just more so care about the extra battle power. In this case, an extra 100 battle power. But anyway, lads, with that said, that was the video for today, going over the next 5 stages in the Gates of Oblivion Senkaimon Tower. Pretty good month in terms of orbs, because again, we get an extra 100 orbs this month from Senkaimon, and 25 of those did come from the Gates of Oblivion Senkaimon Tower. Stage 144 is a very interesting stage. It does hint at the upcoming anniversary character. We'll find out in a couple days' time, less than a week's time, about a week's time more so. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys next time. Take care, and peace.